Good morning guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for the sake of the tutorial, we're making the top on the screen and I won't be needing this contour guidelines that I'm cleaning off now. I won't be needing them. So I'm cleaning it off so that my pattern remains as clear as possible. So I don't mistaking the contour guidelines for anything. I'll be cleaning them off now. For the sake of the off shoulder that we saw, for the sake of the off shoulder that this design is like, design of the top, the sleeve is an off shoulder sleeve. So for that sake, we are going to be getting an off shoulder sleeve. I've labeled my sleeve back and front, so be sure you use the front for the front and the back for the back. Okay, so we want to determine how long we want our off shoulder to be. I want to determine how we want the off shoulder to be, so I'll be going in by 3 inches. I don't want to make this too deep. I'm going in by 3 inches, and with my curve from here, I'll be taking it down this way. This very part is optional. You can do whatever you want to do. You can play around with the depth, and also from here you can play around with it. It's actually optional. The reason why I'm doing this is to get out the off shoulder sleeve. So for my sleeve, I wouldn't want it to go too deep, so I'll just be going in by 2 inches here, which I'll just take in from here. Okay, and having done that, I'll take this out. So for the other pattern, we're having something like this, which goes down to this place. Okay, and also we're having this. Okay, so having done this now, I'll be manipulating my patterns. So I haven't done that now. So we're going to be curving this piece out to get the exact shape of this dress. We're going to be making this a curve so that we can have the exact shape of this dress. So that's it now. So I'm going to be using a white tape for this so that we can actually see clearly what it looks like. I'm going to be using a white paper, sorry, for this. So I'm going to be repeating this on a white paper. I'm going to be getting this on a white. Be sure you do this accurately so that you get what fits into your pattern. Okay, and also your notches. I'll be adding similar ones to these because I would want to use the paper to make it along. So So my notches have been kept in place, and I should be having something like this when I want to sew, something like this. So having done that now, I'll be taking this part off. So this is what we're going to be doing now. Be sure to put this here, and so you stick. So this now is going to be coming up here as so. I'm going to be stitching this. So it's going to be coming up here as so. Please bear with me, as you know, this is a paper, so just bear with me. Okay, so having done this now, you see what this, we're going to move over to this. So you know, there are buttons here, do not forget that. 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 There are buttons here. There are buttons here. There are also buttons here, so you do not forget that there are buttons here. So having done that, we'll be moving over to the sleeve. Okay, we'll be moving over to the sleeve. So you know, there are buttons here, do not forget that. 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 There are buttons here. There are buttons here. There are also buttons here, so you do not forget that there are buttons here. So having done that, we'll be moving over to the sleeve. Okay, we'll be moving over to the sleeve.